Look how cool this is, y'all. This is a drop-in for the drop-in box frame. I'm sticking to my ink mat here. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna play with this tonight with the club transfer for this month. This one, you haven't forgot it yet, have you? I hope not. So we gotta paint this bad boy real quick. And if you didn't know, you can still get this blue midnight color on my website. Whenever you spend $75, you can add it to your cart then. So go and do that. I have this little, this is a color tray with just a little bit of water in it, okay? I'm just gonna dip right in there. And hopefully I'm not gonna regret this choice. I think I'm actually gonna use a bigger one to, oh goodness, I'm already making a mess here, to dip my dauber into. Now I'm just going to paint this lower part blue. Oh my gosh, I got way too much on me, on my thing. I'm gonna have this paste all over me tonight, I can tell. Oh gosh. Okay, and I don't know if I'm gonna regret that or not. Using that color tray for my water instead of just spraying it on my thing. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but sorry I'm so late. I underestimated how much time I had and got caught up in other things, and then I was having technical difficulties. And of course, every time that I'm running behind, my computer's like, oh, but wait a minute, we're gonna go ahead and do an update. We have an update that we've been just holding on to all these hours that you haven't been using this computer until the moment that you need it, right? Every time. Hi, Joni. Hi, Alma. Welcome. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Sue. You can comment the word summer to get the supplies to make this. Now, if you want to get this transfer, you're gonna have to sign up for club, okay? Or as a designer, because that's the only way you can get this transfer. But you can buy this cutout that works in the drop-in frame, y'all. And I got a bunch of different ones tonight. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna be cutting those probably tomorrow at some point, hoping that I can get some time off at lunch today. I didn't get any free time today at all. I mean, tomorrow. So yeah, I did not even get to take a separate lunch break, unfortunately. Had like back-to-back meetings all day. So I'm gonna just go up as far as I can up here without making a mess, knowing that the frame is gonna cover that little edge, okay? Also, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the paste on this, the word summertime over here, okay? All right, there we go. And then, all right, it's gonna be so cute, isn't it? Oh my gosh, this new laser is incredible, y'all. I cut all the stuff that I showed for my live sale in like, hi Patty, how are ya? Hi Deborah, how are you doing, my friend? All right, so I cut everything from my live sale in like, I want to say it was like 12 hours over the span of 2 days, but generally it would take me days to do that much cutting with a Glowforge, because it only cuts, the bed size is so much smaller. Okay, so I'm going to use this teal chalk paint for some of this other. I did dip this one in water too. I tried my best to not get that other blue color, but because it's like this teal, I'm not that worried about it on my little makeup sponge. And then I want to do my bucket, this teal color, and we're going to give it a touch of the red too that we're going to use on the umbrella. So the umbrella has some pieces here. The You have some shells that go with this. Oh, y'all are gonna love this. I am so excited. Now, let me see if that is charged. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that thing on so that it's ready to go. Now, I think I'm done with this one. I'm gonna just set it to the side because who knows if I'm actually done with it. And then we're gonna use this salmon coral color. Hi, Lori, how are you? Hi, Karen. Hi, Marie, welcome. I am so happy that you caught me on live too. And y'all, I'm so sorry I didn't go live yesterday. After I got off work, I was feeling like so bad. I had the worst headache. Hi, Gwen. How are you? I gotta shake this because it's not a good consistency. Oh, look at that. Ugh, I love this paint, y'all. This is Folk Art chalk paint, and I absolutely love it so much. It dries matte, and it has really good coverage. Every one of the colors that I've used has such good coverage. So I'm gonna just hit this little part of my, it's hard to see, there's like a glare here with my ink mat, but this is, I'm using an ink mat instead of a piece of cardboard, y'all, and I'm loving that so much. It works out great. Now for the shells and my chair up here and the other stuff, I'm going to use this camel. Now, my laser cut's so good and so clean that really for the shells, like I really don't even have to paint those because there's like hardly any scorch marks. This is Baltic birch, so that's what this is going to be cut out of. If you order it, you can comment the word summer to get this drop in. But yeah, we're going to use camel up here and just make it a simple upper. But y'all, oh my gosh, I saw this earlier and I'm like, oh man, I gotta have that. And I wasn't planning on using this tonight, but then I'm like, yeah, gonna need to do that. So yeah, I'll be cutting the other ones that I got tomorrow. Now I am going down a little bit here, and look, we can just pretend like it's sand if you see it, but I don't think you're gonna be able to see it because that box frame is gonna cover it up. But yeah, the new laser is amazing, y'all. I'm just like flabbergasted by it. And really just wondering why it took me so long. Now, Chris, I think probably would have had a cow. Oh my gosh, Joanne. Chris would have had a cow if we would have had to move that Thunder, my new laser, whenever we moved. And my old house was not big enough for it. I wanted one really bad. But I had my Glowforge in my kitchen. Like there was this perfect little spot in my office where I could have my Glowforge on its little table and it wasn't in the way of anything. So it was perfect. And there's no stinking way that I would have been able to, first of all, get the Thunder into my house because I had stairs coming up to my house. But yeah, Chris would have, he probably wouldn't have let us move. Or he'd have made me, I don't know what he would have had me do. Who knows? He probably would not have signed up for it to deal with that. But anyways, I am so happy that I got it. And hi Anita, welcome. Hey Melissa, welcome my friends. So Joanne, speaking of spraying paint all over the place whenever you shake it. Whenever I was a kid, my parents took us to Disney, and I thought I was so fancy the night that we got to go eat dinner in Cinderella's castle. And I ordered, like, I don't know, a burger and fries like every other little kid does, because I refused to eat, like, real food. And so I had ketchup that the waiter gave me, and I go to shake it up, and the waiter had already removed the lid. So yeah, that ketchup was everywhere. And y'all, my dad has always been a very stern man, very strict, and like, you do not mess around with him, okay? There's no like joking with him. Now that I'm an adult, he's cool. But like, as a kid, he did not put up with nonsense, okay? ever. Like, you did not mess around and make a mess or do anything, especially in public. Oh my gosh. I was in so much trouble, but we were in public, so they couldn't beat me. I mean, they probably could have. In those years, you know, I have been spanked in the middle of Foley's for running through the clothes and like just acting a plain fool. My mom would just rip down my pants and spank me on my butt right there in the middle of the store. These days, you can't be doing that. Okay, so we've got this whole thing painted, y'all, so fast. I'm going to try and pull this up. And I'm going to be really gentle because up here, this part, as you see it, it is so small, like thin, okay? So just be careful pulling it off your sticky stuff because y'all have seen me break stuff before, okay? Because I just manhandle things, and that's been me my whole life too. Always like a bull in a china shop. Just, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just running amok and just acting like nothing will break, and things do break, actually. So, but I've never learned my lesson from that. I don't learn lessons very well, I guess, because I keep on doing stuff, the same stuff that I know I'm bad about. Being in a rush and things like that, but I just can't be helped. Okay, now, oh, my little... Oh, this is going to be so stinking cute. You can comment the word summer to get all the links to sign up for my club, okay? Or if you'd rather get the discount, the 40% discount that I get, and use it for your own purchases or to build a business, you're welcome to do that as well. You can get the same information with the link whenever you comment summer, okay? Now, look how pretty that midnight is. Now, don't forget, oh goodness, that this is not going to last. I'm shocked that we still have it around right now, okay? Truly shocked because usually by mid-month, these colors of the month are gone. And this one, I mean, I love it. If I could just go on there and just order the midnight color of the month, that's what I would be doing. But they don't allow me to do that, so it's unfortunate. Okay, yay, Karen. Do you like it? I really do. I thought it was going to be like Cadet, but it's more, I don't know, it's different than Cadet is. Now I'm going to dry this because I'm getting this all over me. And I'm a mess. I'm going to have it on my face here in a minute. So mainly it's on the side right here. So I'm going to just make sure that part's really, really good and dry. It's kind of thick over here. Hi, Tammy. Welcome. I hope you're doing great. Yay, Joanne. I'm so excited for you. Yeah, and y'all, there's so much great stuff going on this month. Did you know that the designer kit's only $59 this month, and you get the creative kickstart kit in it, okay? Which is, the only way to get it is to buy it outright or to go spend $75 on my website and you get it for free, which is also a great deal. Oh, I'm sorry, Tammy. Well, I hope things look up soon, my friend. But yeah. You can't just, as a customer, you can't just go buy that creative kickstart kit. So, you know, the one with the bag and the transfers, you get a free extra transfer whenever you spend $75, or whenever you're a club member, excuse me. Sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought here. All right, here we go. Yeah, at least you didn't miss it, Karen. I have so many customers that have reached out to me and said, hey, I missed the color of the month. Do you have it? Especially like whenever we had Dream Car, y'all. That didn't last, but like, I don't know. It was like 7 days or something. It was gone so fast. Okay, so we're going to have to piece this transfer on here, okay? We're going to struggle a little bit, but not too bad. Now, I'm not going to fuzz this or anything because I want it to be as sticky as possible so that we get the best outcome. And where can I put this? Okay, putting it over there. Now, the word summertime is here. Okay, it's a separate cutout. So we're going to do that last because I don't want to get paste all over the place. So it's going to be, we're going to do and the right here. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to do living is easy. I think we're going to be good. Okay. So we're going to try and come up as far as possible on this part and put it in the center-ish. Hopefully it's in the center. I have no idea. I don't know where the center is. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's so hard. I know it is, and I feel for you. Really, really sad to hear that, though. Losing a pet is the worst. I swear. Whenever I lost my little Schnauzer, y'all, I cried for weeks. I was a mess. So I am so, so sorry. Okay. Well, I bet that your dog had a great life. Oops, I'm picking this up. Let me not do that again. All right. Okay, we are off to a good start, okay? So now, let me just put that right there. And I want to dry this really well because I'm going to have to layer this transfer back down over it. I'm not going to press down, but I just want to make sure it's really, really dry, okay? And with these thinner transfers, it makes it a whole lot easier to get that paste dry fast. Okay, now I'm going to try and butt this word right up just as close as I can get without overlapping it, okay? And hopefully we can make this thing work. And now the problem is going to be not cutting off the word easy at the bottom because I'm not quite sure exactly how far up that the bottom of that frame comes up because I didn't really, you know, I didn't do any measurements. I just kind of thought about it and said, yeah, that'll fit. Maybe like held it up to it for a second. I don't know. It was not scientific, okay? So there's that. I'm the worst. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Thank you. I love this color too. It's really not a color that I would normally go for, but I've been trying to branch out lately. I'm kind of a little bit obsessed with these press-on nails, y'all. They're so good. And instead of using the glue that comes with the nails, because I found that they don't work that great. And I work with a bunch of men, okay? Whenever I'm traveling and stuff, I'm around all these men, and if I go to glue one of my nails back on, like during a meeting, they're like, what are you doing? It's like it's not normal or something. And I don't have it in here, but I've been using that Gorilla Glue super glue. And I swear I've lost 2 of them. 2 have popped off. But I found them, thank God, and was able to put them back on, and I have not had any other issues. And they've been going strong for like, they're ready to be changed out. They're kind of getting kind of grody, but yeah, I'm really liking this color too. So I ordered a bunch of different ones. I ordered a red, which I normally would never do a red. Normally my nails are just black. That's all I really like on my nails. But with these press-ons, I've been trying to do different colors. I did a green. I saw a really pretty blue the other day that I think I want. Whenever we went to the Dominican Republic, I had like a rainbow. It was like a metallic sort of chrome rainbow. Oh, it was really cool. But those popped off so fast. I lost some in the airport. Like every time I turned around, I was telling Chris, man, I just lost another nail. And he's just laughing at me. Because I'm like gluing my nails back on every time. Every time he looks at me, I'm gluing a nail on. Anyway. Okay, so this is going to fit perfect. I am your test subject, and this is looking great. I am using, by the way, I'm using Shimmer Frost, which is a white shimmer. Sorry that light's so bright. I think it might be this phone. I probably need to buy a new iPhone. I'm not going to buy a new one. This one I bought used. And it's good enough, you know, but it's just it's not even a phone with service on it. I just use it for my, my lives, and I just can't bring myself to spend the kind of money that you have to spend on a new iPhone. It's ridiculous, y'all. Can't do it. It's not going to be used all the time to actually talk on. I don't care how good the pictures are on it that you can take, because I never use it for that. It never leaves this room unless I'm traveling. So, what's the point, I ask? Okay. Alright. So, I realized yesterday, y'all, that I have Monday off next week for Juneteenth. Which is cool. So I'm going to the pool because now I live in a place, I live in Texas again, and I know people here. Isn't that exciting? I can actually call a friend and say, hey, let's go to the pool on Monday. And so I did. I actually tried to get my cousin to go with me first, but she is working that day, and that's pretty rude, I think. But whatever. So then I text my friend and I ask her if she's working on Monday. And she's like, well, yeah, but do I need to take the day off or what? I'm like, yeah. Take the day off and come to the pool with me. So that's the plan. All right. So that is our project so far. Okay. And then I got this glue. We're going to give it a go. Okay. I got this. What is this? It's like Eileen's tacky glue. One of my friends uses it. Hi, Steph. How are you? She uses it all the time on her lives. And I'm like, ooh, I need to try that. So, I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be better than super glue. Maybe I won't glue my fingers together. Y'all, okay. So the other day, speaking of my nail situation, okay. Sorry, I'm looking for this little thing to help me open this because it's very difficult to open. This drawer is a nightmare. Anywho, so just gave you a glimpse into the mess that is my life in this drawer that I can't close now. Anyways, the other day I'm sitting at my desk like normal, and one of my nails breaks, or I notice it about to break. So I'm like, let me pop this sucker off, right? And so I put it on I put the glue, that Gorilla Glue, on my nail. Do I need to cut the end off? Yeah, I think I do. Put the Gorilla Glue on my nail. And the only problem I've encountered with using that, my gosh, is, okay, I thought I had to unseal it, but I do not. So that was all for nothing. Oh, y'all, we still have a whole nother part of this transfer. What is wrong with me? I'm losing it. Anyways, so I put the glue on my nails, and the only issue that I found is that glue, I end up putting way more than I need because it's not a little paintbrush like the other glues are, the other nail glues that I use. And so, sorry, I gotta concentrate for just a second. So I always end up with a little bit extra, okay? And usually what I do is I just wipe it on like my shorts or like on my blanket. I'm so bad, y'all, okay? So anyways, I'm doing that, but I had let it sit for too long, okay? And you know what happens with super glue, whenever it's set, that's when it's gonna be like set, right? And it's not like liquidy anymore. It's sticking to whatever you're putting it on, right? So I go to wipe it on, and now I'm giving y'all my innermost like disgusting habits, so don't judge me for this, okay? But I rub it on my chair in my office, and it's like fabric, okay? Y'all, I glued my finger to my chair, okay? In my office. And I mean, I was having a little bit of a panic trying to get loose, okay? Because I had just put that nail on with with that Gorilla Glue, and that stuff does not let loose. It takes, I mean, it's taken 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I've had most of these nails on my hand, and none of them hardly have come off. Y'all, I had my finger glued to my chair, and I am freaking out. Like, oh my God, about to have to remove my finger, or I'm gonna tear this chair, or something's gonna happen to me. This is not good. Thank God I got it off, but y'all should have seen me. The panic was real, okay? All right, so there's the last part of our transfer. I'm sorry, I've completely spaced that. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I get to talking and I just don't know what's going on. Okay, so now we're gonna start putting all this together, and hopefully yeah, okay. Whenever I did this umbrella part, I separated it, okay, because I didn't want to paint the wrong pieces. So I took it apart and I said, okay, these, I want them to be separated so that I'll paint them separate, okay? And then, oops. Now, before you go to start gluing this all down, I want you to put it together first, okay? Because this little starfish and the little sand dollar fit together just perfect, okay? So figure out which way they go before you start putting it all together. All right, I promise you that will help you. And then all this goes here, just like so. Oh, all right, just like that. Now, I think that looks pretty good. I like these colors. All right. I love you, Sarah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I sure do appreciate that. And now I've messed this up. Let's see. Okay, that's gonna go right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the star first because that seems to be the most difficult one. Okay. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of this glue on here and then push it down like that, okay? And then our little sand dollar, same situation. And this stuff dries clear too, so if you mess up and you go a little bit over the edge or you squeeze out a little bit, I think you might be better off than with super glue or with hot glue, okay? And apparently this stuff works on fabric too, according to Lori. So that's pretty neat. All right, let's do this part first. So my cousin stopped by earlier though. I did get to take a little bit of a break from work for that for a few minutes. So her and her kids hadn't been by the house yet to see our place. So she came over, which was wonderful. My favorite cousin, she's my closest in age cousin. Her and I are like 6 weeks apart. And our moms used to dress us up in matching outfits for every occasion. Because we look so similar too that we could pass for twins, I swear. Plus we were so close in age. She was my best friend for the longest time. All right, really my very first best friend. Now I'm gonna just start from one end on this and go to the other, and then on the umbrella. Now again, you want to put it down first and make sure that you know your placement, because there's no little score lines on this or anything to help you to place that, okay? So just keep that in mind. And then butt these right up next to each other. This glue seems to be a little bit more forgiving, which is nice in some ways, possibly a problem in others. So we'll see. Oops. I am loving being in this house, Alma. Yes. It's so perfect. It's enormous. I mean, seriously, it feels like a mansion. It's so big compared to my other house. The other one was just teeny. I have so much space. I don't feel cramped. Even my craft room, which my poor cousin came in here earlier and was like, oh my gosh, you have so much stuff. Which is a little bit embarrassing because I am a craft hoarder. Plus, I have tons of inventory, y'all. I have not had an inventory sale. By the way, I do have one scheduled for the end of the month. Okay, the last week of the month, we're going to do an inventory sale, so come hang out with me because I've got a bunch of stuff that y'all need to see. All my furniture has been delivered now. Yes, ma'am. My laser's here. Y'all, we are set up for success in this house, okay? Now, look how adorable that is. All right, now I'm gonna let that just simmer for a minute, and we're gonna work on the rest of this. Now, I really would like to not glue right on here, okay? Because I wanna reuse this. I want it to be interchangeable, so, doggone it. Well, I say that, and then I forget my tape. And you know Chris stole my tape from me, and then, I'm trying to think. I have these little Velcro dots, okay? So that's what we'll use. I have a ton of them in here. Let's see if we can figure out, there we go. All right. If this is gonna work. Hopefully this will work. Oh, they're just the right size too. It's meant to be. All right, so this is gonna slide right in here in this top, okay? You don't need anything else in there with it. And then I wanna do these little seashells down at the bottom, and then the word summertime up here at the top, okay? So I feel like, hopefully, I could probably cut one of these in half too. But I'm going to start with the little seashells first because I feel like that's easier. And this is what I'm going to do. So let me just move this over. Now I am going to use glue. These are sticky on the back side, but they're not that great of a stick, okay? So I am going to use hot glue. I'm going to just take a little bit of hot glue right on there, and I'm gonna just stick this bad boy right to the back of my little seashells, okay? Now, I think I probably only need 3 of them. Now, I am gonna need to be careful whenever I'm pulling this off of here, like whenever I'm changing it out, because I don't wanna break the seashells, okay? And there's a potential for that. But then you can reuse the frame. And you'll just have to line up your new dots. Or, I mean, really, whatever you have down here at the bottom will cover them up if you need to use new ones. Oh, Karen, thank you for the stars. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, now I'm going to just take my little Velcro, and I should have done that before I unstuck it, but I didn't really think about it. Now, there we go. I bought these on Amazon. I bought this huge box of them that I was like, okay, now I have 200 little Velcro circles. I need a few, but that's fine. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and I'm not going to stick it on there. I'm going to use glue again. And I'm going to try and move quickly. Ooh, that's kind of neat. And it makes it a little 3D-ish too. Oh. Over here innovating, okay? All right, now we're going to do first a test and make sure this thing's dry before I go messing with it. I think I'm only going to use like a couple of these little suckers on here because I really don't feel like I need a bunch of them. So hopefully I can get away with 2 of them. Just like that. And one more here. I think I can fit it right there. We're going to do this. I'm going to take it, I'm going to stick it together, and I'm going to cut that baby in half, okay? We'll see if it works. Hi, Marcia. How are you, love? Welcome. All right. And then I'm just going to use the tiniest dot of glue because I'm going to burn myself so bad with this. I can already feel it coming. I didn't. There's a burn coming somewhere for me. All right, now I'm gonna just stick my little, oh, here's Dozy. Coming to say hello. You see his little snout? All right. All right. Then, so that's all I did was just 2 of them, okay? Sorry, I know that's bright. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna, he's wild, y'all. He's in here acting like he's born in a barn or something. 2 little dots of glue on the back here. And once again, we are interchangeable, which I love a good reusable surface. Okay. That's stinking cute. Okay. Now, let's see if we can put this baby in here. Look how cute that is, y'all. You can comment the word summer to get the link to get this. The word and is kind of cut off though. That kind of, but that's okay too. All right. So you can go down just a little bit more on this, which I didn't know. Hi, Brian. How are you? Y'all say hi to Brian. He used to be my boss. I left him. I abandoned him. Anyways, check this out. Comment the word summer to get the supplies to make this yourself. And I will see you all tomorrow, okay? Have a great night.